Okay, so it's time to have an overview over my camera gear that I usually bring with me when I'm out on trip and shooting a video. So the first one that I use and the one that I use the most is, I would say, it's same as with more or less everyone else. It's the camera that is in my phone. So I have a Google Pixel 7 Pro, I think it's called. If I will say something that isn't correct, then I will add some text over here correcting it. So yeah, I don't remember all the specs on everything, so I might do a mistake otherwise. But this smartphone that I've been having it for like 2 years or something like that, so it's not that new. And to be fair, it's not a bad phone, but it's not that great either. So it's about time that I actually upgrade it. But still, I think that it's decent, I would say, and it works. You will see that it's sort of a common theme that I don't really have any expensive and fancy camera gear. But then to get some dynamics and some close-ups and in the best case scenario, if you see some wildlife, then this super zoom camera that I have works very well. I'm quite happy with this one actually. I have been having it for like 4 or 5 years, I'm not sure, but it's a Panasonic Lumix, and I think it's called FMZ330. It has an environmental sealing on this one, so I don't have to bother too much if it's raining and so on. Let's see how it looks. You can flip the screen, which can be quite good. I don't use it that much, but for today it's a good feature. So this is the Lumix now. Now I see that I'm having a bit hard time finding focus, but overall I think this camera is great. It's not expensive. It's like when I bought it like 4 years ago, then it only costed like 4,000 Swedish crowns. I think it costs more today, but it has really served me well, and I think that if you know how to use it better than I do, then I think you have some great potential in this camera. I will try to learn it a bit better. I've been saying that for like 4 years, but hopefully one day. It's always a continuous process to get better with the filming. But this one, yeah, I'm very happy with this one. And then also the third one that I bring with me, most of the time at least, is the drone. So the drone is it's such a great camera. You take it up and the pictures more or less looks great straight away when you get that aerial view. But even though it's easy to get good footage, I do think that it's actually quite hard to become like really good at managing the drone. That is something that I really need to keep on improving. But I try to bring this one with me on most of the trips, but it takes up quite some space. This is just a drone. Then you have the controller, so I'm having it in a box, and the box is quite big. So if I'm having short of space in the backpack, then sometimes I leave it home. But more often I would say that I leave the drone home because you're not allowed to fly in many places. And then there's no point bringing it. So my phone, my zoom camera and the drone, together I think they complete each other quite well. So you have more for the most of the takes and the landscapes and so on. Then I think that the phone is doing really good. And then you can shift that with some drone footage, and if you're lucky you see some animals and wildlife, and then you can have some close-ups and even close-ups on different parts, like if you find something interesting like a mushroom or yes, just anything really. It can be really good to shift to something just to get sort of some dynamic in the video. Then I actually have one fourth camera that I don't use much at all, but I have an action camera as well. And I actually don't remember which one this is. It's a DJI Action, I don't know, 2 or 3, I'm not sure. But I think it's equivalent to like a GoPro Hero 8 or something similar. And the only reason I bought this one was that I wanted to do some underwater, I wanted to film a bit underwater. And yeah, apart from that, I almost, or never, I would say, use it. In Sweden, there's like a quite famous profile within fishing and so on. He's called Martin Falklind. I spoke to him and asked him about his, what's his recommendation for getting a camera for filming underwater. And he actually said that it doesn't matter so much which camera you have. The only thing that matters is how clear is the water. So it doesn't matter if you have the most expensive gear. If the water is not clear, then it doesn't matter anyhow. So just buy a camera to get started and then aim for the clear water. It's such a good, easy, but at the same time very good advice. This is how it looks. So I definitely think it looks better with the zoom camera or with the phone. But for filming underwater, I was still actually surprised how good quality it came out. I have done one video where I did a snorkeling trip on the west coast of Sweden, and for being the first time I'm doing something like that, then I was very pleased with the result, even though it can be improved, obviously. Apart from that, I have some accessories as well, like the smartphone that is filming at the moment. It has an external light, and then it has a microphone as well. And then I bring, most of the time, I try to bring this audio recorder. This one, I don't use it so much actually, but sometimes if you hear like a sound that you like, or even dislike maybe, but something that you want to put over the video so it gets a bit more ambient feeling or something like that, like birds singing, or maybe a stream going down through the forest, then I can record the sound with this one. But it doesn't happen as much as I would like to. Then there are some spare batteries. You have some tripods. And all in all, there is quite much to carry if you bring all the camera gear with you. But I very rarely take every single item with me. But I did that today, and it does take quite much space in the backpack. But it's not too bad. It still works. But we'll see how it goes in the future. If I'm keep on investing in a new camera gear, then it has a tendency to become bigger as well. And then we'll see if maybe one has to prioritize what to bring and what to leave at home. So I'm not entirely sure if this was interesting for anyone, but hopefully someone found it interesting or amusing. And if there are any questions, then just leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them.